Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm in the shop taking care of business. It's bright and early. Hump day, Wednesday. Anybody out there want coaching or mentoring, go to my website at skyazrael.com. You can also go find me on Facebook or Instagram. This used to be the sign. This is now just my tool wall, and I have toolboxes everywhere. But that used to be the sign that hung out in front of the old location where the shop used to be. That was out on the wall. Oh, it's heavy as fuck. I took it down when I moved. Made a tool bench out of it. Tool table. I like to be able to grab the tools. I got the metric on one side and the standard on the other. Let's philosophize a little bit about the past. You have to let go of the past. Proper outlook as you live your life is to live in the present. You can plot and scheme on a point on the horizon as your goal. Of course, that point may change as you grow and as you go towards it. You may readjust. That happens. You don't really need to be looking back too much. The mirrors on my motorcycles are useless. They're for the cops, they're not for me. You people that don't ride, you don't understand. You don't understand, because a lot of people that drive cars live in their mirrors. They drive in their mirrors. Do you do that? It's a terrible way to drive. You're not looking forward and you're not paying attention to what's happening, what's right in front of you. Not only can you get lost and miss your turn, but you might get in an accident. You might run over a dog or a kid. I don't pay too much attention to what's behind me when I'm on my bike. Maybe a quick glance every once in a while, but generally speaking, I'm going faster than most everybody else in traffic. So I don't really need to know what's behind me. That's the past. I've done it. I passed it. I need to look back and catch it again. I passed it. All I'm interested in is what's going on in the moment. You see, there's this game that a lot of us play where we latch on to a childlike, immature image of adulthood, of who we wanted to be. Maybe you created an image of who you wanted to be when you were younger, as a kid, a teenager, or a young man, and that image that you created was rather immature, because you were immature. And a lot of us play this game of life where we think things didn't work out because of that perspective, and we'll tell ourselves we didn't end up who we thought we'd be. We didn't end up where we thought we'd be. Life didn't end up what we thought it would be. I'm certainly not who I thought I would be. I'm not the cowboy superhero that I had planned on being when I was 7. I had a whole mixture. I wanted to be somewhere between Superman, Sergeant Rock. That's a reference that a lot of you are too young to remember. I used to read Sergeant Rock comics. I loved that. Was my favorite comic, was Sergeant Rock. They should make a movie out of that. He was so tough. And then I loved the Clint Eastwood movies and those types of cowboy characters, and I had that kind of fantasy all wrapped into one, mixed with billionaire Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne. Add a little bit of that in there. And I didn't end up anything close to that. And what does that mean? That my life sucked? I'm a loser? Let go of who you thought you'd be. Those are stones weighing you down as you float towards your true destiny. Get rid of what's weighing you down. All that bullshit from the past. The past served its purpose. You did it. If it was a trauma, well, it made you harder. If it was a betrayal, it made you wiser. A little squirrel battle going on outside. I don't know if you can hear them. They make these weird little noises. I like the squirrels. They don't ever come in the shop. I got big giant doors. They come and look in, but they don't ever come in here. The past doesn't define you. The present is who you really are. These past identities that you've created for yourself, they limit you. It's hard to live in the present, and it's hard to focus on the future for some people. That's where your outlook should be, is checking the horizon and checking what's in front of you. The past doesn't matter. The mirrors on the bike don't matter. It's hard to live in the present because the present offers you the unknown with each successive moment. Sometimes it's hard to move forward into the future without using constraints of the past to narrow our journey. We do this. We take things from the past, ideas from the past, and try to set them before us. But those just end up as our own obstacles that we put for ourselves, blocking our way. See, when you keep your focus on the present and your purpose is in the present, focusing on each moment in the present as it unfolds, what you're doing is you're living in the unknown. Like watching a movie you've never seen before. And that's fun because you're experiencing the unknown. How many times can you see The Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter? It gets boring after a while because you know it's going to happen. And some people wrap themselves in reruns. They come home from work and watch the same reruns every single day until they go to bed. And maybe they sit at the bar and watch the same reruns in their mind. I have friends where I hang out with that are from my past. I see them every once in a while, and literally that's all we do is go through reruns. You remember this time? Remember that time? It's so limiting. It limits your journey. Limits the excitement, limits the adventure, it limits what you're paying attention to. I have an affirmation, a mantra that I tell myself. Pay attention to the signs and signals that are sent my way. There's stuff being sent your way all the time, but if you're living in the past, focused on the past, you're going to miss it. But you have to be in the present. There's some people that are dreamers. And all they do is live in this dream that hasn't happened yet. It'll never happen. The future never comes. The past is gone. The future never comes. All that you have is this moment of now, these successive moments of now. And you know, if you're riding your motorcycle, that if you gaze too far out on the horizon, that you're going to probably run off the road. Focusing in the present, having your purpose be in the present, it changes your relationship to the chaos of life. Chaos is coming at us. And you can navigate around it so much easier when you see it coming, when you're completely aware. When you numb yourself and dull your senses, you dull your awareness by focusing on the past, on what's already happened. You can easily become overwhelmed with the chaos of life, and life is chaotic. Focusing on the present helps you move forward to the future with intention. And you arrive at the next moment of now intentionally instead of accidentally. When you're focused on the past, your entire future and everything happening in the moment of now is all a mystery. It's all a random act that you have nothing to do with. And it's such a funny position to be in because a lot of people who focus on the past, just like people who focus too heavily on the future, these dreamers, they do this because they want to live in a place of control. It's scary to live in the moment of now when you don't know what's happening, when you're just experiencing the unknown. So your purpose changes your relationship to the unknown. It helps you move forward with intention through the unknown. It keeps you grounded as you go to the unknown. It gives you resilience and energy as your past weakens you. It's all water under the bridge, man. If you've been living every day of your life in the past thinking about all that shit, why she left you, why she took the kids, why you went to the joint, why you ended up fucked up, whatever it is, you gotta let it go. Dump that bag of rocks overboard. It's just sinking your ship. It's not doing anything for your forward movement. It's not doing anything towards your growth. It's not making you stronger. It's not giving you muscles, it's giving you injuries. This is hard to do. One way that you can practice living in the moment with your purpose being in the present is through meditation. You can tell yourself this affirmation: I release the old and make way for the new. I allow myself to take risks and chances. I release all thoughts to the universe with loving kindness as they arise. Food for thought.